And thanks for being with us here on another week of Carrozza's Corner. Very happy to have Paul with us, of course. And then we're also joined by Jack London, who has a new book out, which you can see behind us. French Letters is the name of it, but the connection to running behind this book is you were a longtime runner yourself, and the idea for this book kind of formulated for you while you were running on the trail here downtown, right?
I would say that the chapter outlines, the revisions, the edits, the stories all changed as I ran. The story actually began on our honeymoon when my wife and I were in Belgium and read a story about a farmer's cow exploding one morning. And this farmer had been in that field every day for years, and suddenly the field is raining cow bits down on him. And then in Paris there were these pitiful old widows of World War I who could barely survive, and those two events together made me realize that the story of our mothers in World War II had never been told. Turns out the cow exploded by stepping on an unexploded shell. But on Town Lake, on the hike and bike trail, every day for year after year after year, that story shaped and shaped and shaped and wrote itself. Sure. And then when it became written, it became rewritten, and finally it became a book.
This is, Paul, the perfect proof that, you know, the running can be therapeutic for you. It can be thought-provoking. I mean, it's just backing up what we always say about getting out there and being active.
Yeah, I think running has become very social in this town, but you still need to take that time to get out by yourself and use it as a time for just you. So you know, in your schedule you might have your days or your periods of the year where you just want your ability to run and walk on the Town Lake to be alone and sort out your thoughts. And so I know you see a ton of people running in groups now, but you do see people running out and sorting things out themselves. And when Jack was telling me about his book, and he tied it immediately to Town Lake and his running, and I know everybody I know we have that same impact. We hear that story over and over. So the people that actually get down to Town Lake and get moving, and you don't have to start running, but you have to start moving, and eventually your personality will drive your running. Some people walk, some people jog, some people run, but getting out there is the key. And then finding your, if you can't get downtown every day, find your local trail system where you can get out wherever you live.
And Jack, you long-time runner, but this is your first foray into at least fiction writing, right?
Into fiction. I've written legal articles and chapters for books for years. But for years I kept saying, it's time to do this, put up or shut up. And that's how I was able to bring myself to say, I'm going to carve that time out for me and me alone every day, where I will lose myself in my head in that story, and I will do it.
And it turns out you're pretty good at it, right? I mean, you said that it's nominated for an award, right?
It is a finalist for the Best Novel of the South this year in honor of Willie Morris. Willie Morris was the editor of the Daily Texan, then the editor of the Texas Observer, then the editor of Harper's, and he ultimately became one of John Grisham's mentors.
Oh, wow.
And there is an award by a foundation in New York in honor of him, and they selected this book as a finalist.
And is the book available around town? I mean,
it is. Paul and I were together Saturday at Barnes & Noble. The store manager there hosted a get-together that put the book actually on the bestseller list in Austin. It was launched at Book People. Certainly any of the stores here in town and most of the stores throughout the state have it on the shelf. Thank goodness.
Yeah, very exciting. We're going to switch gears completely quickly, Paul, but 4th of July, we've got the perfect race to start your holiday, right?
Yeah, we've got the Freedom 5000, which is at the Austin State School at 35th Street in Mopac. And in our attempt to keep mobility in Austin, we're finding courses that don't impact the community. And this is a great one, and it's a 2 loops course. And if you haven't been on the State School campus, it's beautiful. And it's one of Austin's jewels of feeling like you're in a small West Texas town right downtown Austin.
Sure.
And it's very historic, so come out and get your day started right, and then enjoy the good stuff that comes with 4th of July.
8 a.m. start on the 4th.
That's right, yeah.
All right, Jack, thank you very much.
Thanks for hosting me.
Yeah, absolutely. French Letters is the name of it? So.
Well, the title is Virginia's War. French Letters is a naughty pun from World War II that referred to things that were issued to soldiers so they wouldn't get diseases. And Virginia is the name of the heroine of the book, who probably should have used one of those but didn't.
It's a good read.
Not even the rest of the story. All right. Thank you very much, and don't forget you can always go to Run-Tex.com to see all the races that we've got coming up. Plenty of good ones this summer, and you can email us here. You never know what we're going to be talking about. It's run@news8austin.com.